So it is about 5 a.m. I've just stopped. I'm on my way to the test, so I just thought I'd share with you an early morning view. There's the car on the trailer. Just stopped in the halt for some fuel. Van's all running fine. Human's not running fine because he's tired. But there we go. We're nearly there. It's test day for the C1. So let's see you at the circuit. Bye-bye for now. So Tom, we're here at Llandow Circuit, South Wales. This is one of Chris Harris's favourite tracks, isn't it?
Yeah, I imagine people wanting to come and drive has doubled since he used to.
Since he's been the promoter of the place.
Yeah. But it's a proper circuit, isn't it? It's got everything. It's quite good for testing for Silverstone, which we are because it's flat.
Yeah.
It's got sweeping bends. It's got some straights.
Yeah, it's got a lot. It's got tight stuff and fast stuff. So like a big mixture of both, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
perfect
good.
Racetrack conditions to test our little C1. So yeah, really nice people as well. It's like a family-owned place. Father of fathers owned it, bought it off the MOD back in the day. I did have a quick chat earlier. We'll see if she'll have a quick chat with us after, maybe. So Tom, are you ready for our day of C1ing?
Absolutely, always ready for a day testing something on a racetrack.
Oh yeah, there is that.
Yeah.
I'm just itching to get out in a car and drive something because I haven't done much this year
so far.
I know it's only early, it's like February, but yeah, we would have been in a car by now.
Yeah,
so it's fine.
But no, it's good. It's yeah, looking forward to getting out there, seeing what this thing is capable of. Hopefully a full day of testing would be a good start.
Yeah, let's see. Let's try not to crash it. I don't mind if it breaks because that is the whole idea of testing, but let's try and keep it on its wheels. Yeah, I know Mike wants us to roll it, but
yeah, but he's nasty.
We'll try not to. So I want to check out the cafe in a bit as well because I am dying for a cup of tea. Yes, we have arrived, and it is sopping wet. It's wet. It's like that. But we're here at the track. Bit misty. No, not much wind. C1 has got a little bit dirty again. So what I'm going to do now is unload it and get it warmed up and also get myself warmed up. Car is running and purring like a good one. Let's get it off the trailer. Let's do a few little treks before we start. So me and Tom have decided what we're going to do is we're going to go out, test the car, and then we'll have a little debrief in the cafe after in the cafe. A cup of tea even. We'll have to fit this. This is our sticker to say what group we're in. So I'll stick that on in a minute. Right, it's a good start. There is one thing in the back that's might float around, and that is a magnet full of nuts and bolts. So we'll take that out. Yeah, you can join us in a minute. We're going to set up the cameras, set up the seat, and yeah, we'll get back to it in a minute. There we go. So that was the first actual competitive run of the car, and I think baseline we're all right. We're good. There's a few little things. Wiper came detached. I think it just wasn't clicked in right. Nothing major. We had to adjust the belts a little bit, but nothing major. It's just for comfort more than anything. Brakes seem to be working really well. You can smell them now, so I think they've switched on. Tyres seem to be all right actually on this. So I'm pretty happy so far. I'd like to see what you think, Tom, when you get in it next. So I've done this session, Tom's going to do the next session. Hopefully we got a little bit of onboard footage there. We did have to cut in halfway through the session just to adjust a few things, just to make it comfortable in the car basically. But all in all, do you know what? I think it's all right. I think we'll be all right with that. There's a little bit of wiring come down here. I'm going to rectify that now before you go out, Tom. We'll get you all comfortable in it. And yeah, let's just keep going. Let's just keep lapping it until something falls off or we run out of fuel. Here's a car we should give a quick mention to, being as it's a Gilburn. Proper Welsh vehicle.
Yeah, proper Welsh.
Nice old Gilburn. We'll see how that goes around the track. A Welsh made car on a Welsh racetrack in Welsh weather with 2 Welsh boys in it. Fair play, we like that.
There's another group out at the moment. Sean's just been out, come back, the car is in one piece. That is a bonus in itself. While we wait for these 2 cars to come back in, and I'm going to jump in and then go out, come and have a look at the little C1, because we've put some serious effort into this thing over the last month and a bit. Excuse the wheels, we're on the wrong wheels at the moment, so we're just on standard steel wheels, which you used to be able to run in the championship. They've banned them now because of some issues with strength, shall we say. So we're just using these because we didn't have our alloy wheels here in time. So ignore them. We have got the correct tyres, so that's really good for us today. We can scrub them in a little bit, but also get an idea of what this thing is like in the wet, which is going to be all day probably, but we have heard it's going to dry up later, so we'll give that a go in the dry, and that's ideal because then we get a mixture of wet and dry. Come inside, ignore the damage that's been done previous to us having this, as I said in the previous episode. We're going to repair that before we get out in the car next, or I say we, Sean's lovely man Ian is going to do that for us in the meantime. So the fire extinguisher, you'll have seen that, that's just been fitted. The seat's now in, the harness is in. That's a ballast tray that you can see where the passenger seat normally would go. So when we potentially have to run some ballast at some point in the season, that's where that has to go. Pull cords and cut-off switch for all the systems, that's all in the centre console there. We finished all that. Sean's done a nice job of putting the dash back in. And then the cage is finally finished, so it's got all the crossbars, all the bits and pieces we need on the cage. It's a championship cage, as I explained before, so it's got everything now fitted, which I don't think it was when I was last with the car a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, that's the premise of it. We've done the front suspension's now done. You can see it's got quite a nice racy looking stance. It's quite a beast, isn't it? Let's be honest. The rear still looks like a shopping trolley. I think that's just how they are. They're just set up like this with a lot of rake. It'd be interesting to see what it's like in the dry or on perhaps a little bit of a bumpy track. But other than that, everything's almost done. We've got a very small list of things that need doing. We still need to fit the brake lines, fit a fuel sample pipe as well. That needs to go in there. Alloys, yes, alloy wheels.
In general, just tidy up really, make it pretty.
Make it pretty, maybe put some stickers on it. Maybe.
Livery. I'm looking forward to livery.
Yeah, we need to put some stickers on it as well. But we've been out in it, or you've been out in it, and it's my turn next, so it's a good day. Mike, where's Mike, you ask? Yeah, he's to be fair, he's working, isn't he? He's in Sweden this weekend, working on the rally. So yeah, I've just sent Mike a picture and just said she's been out. So hopefully he's happy with that, because he thought we were gonna. Actually, I'm not going to say what he thought we were going to do. There we go, that'll do.
Cup of tea?
Cup of tea. Cup of tea. Cup of tea. was good. That was a nice, I think the rain has just subsided a little bit, so that was quite a nice steady session. I just had minimal traffic, so it was good to just get a load of laps in, just try and do consistent laps. We'll have a quick look at the onboards now and try and work out which was the best one and do that again and keep going. But the car is great, it's predictable in the wet, it's nice, it's the power delivery is great, the handling is good. Surprisingly good in the wet. I really like the brakes and I really like the bite that the tyres have in this weather. So far, spot on. I kind of knew what to expect.
Yeah. Well, we've driven one before, so...
Yeah.
And
that was 5 years ago.
It's funny to say, like, we're treating this as if it's our first time driving a car on a track or driving any kind of motorsport car, but we have driven quite a lot of things in the past, haven't we? And it's
not
just
as slow as this, though.
Not as slow as this, no. It's still fun, isn't it? It's like
great.
You can't beat just going around the track in anything. Like, even if it's big horsepower or something that you're absolutely pedaling as fast as you can. There's nothing better than driving a slow car fast, is it? As fast as you can. Finding the limit of it.
Yeah, I think I was at the limit. I think I said to you within about 3 laps because it is so wet today.
Yeah.
I found the limit straight away on the old bus stop.
Yeah, it just started to understeer, didn't it?
Straight away the limit was there, but it was completely predictable. For me, I think the only thing I need to work on is just keeping some of the exit speed around some of these.
Yeah.
So that obviously means entry speed as well, because exit isn't a problem in this. You've got plenty of traction, even in the wet, but it's just keeping the momentum up, because once you've slowed down, it takes a long time to get back up to the pace.
Yeah. Well, we've done 2 sessions now, 1 each, and this is kind of a little debrief, really. So you're listening to us basically debrief the laps that we've done so far. And the good thing is that we're talking more about how to get faster on this certain track than we are about setting up the car. We're basically, first time out, we're happy with the car, aren't we?
Yeah.
Not that there's much you can adjust, but it drives in a straight line, it handles, tyres work, brakes work. So I think we've done the job, really, haven't we, that we came here for?
Absolutely, yeah. No, there's. I suppose if it dries up, that'll be quite good, which is supposedly forecasted. We'll at least get a little bit of dry running in as well, which will be helpful. But for us, it would just be a case of possibly trying out some different setup if we have time. But we've just gone around the car, made a couple of little notes, haven't we, on what we need to change, and just very, very basic things actually. Just things to make things like driver changes quicker, which I'm sure we'll come to later on in documenting this.
That's what I mean. We're kind of working on stuff that. The ideal stuff now. We've built the car works, so we're kind of just tidying up the edges now, aren't we? Little bits of cable were just rubbing on us, and we just wanted those out the way. Not quite happy. I think you said the same. The floor, the C1 Club do like a raised floor that you can bolt in, and I can see why now, because there's a big rib in the middle of the flooring, and your heel kind of rolls off it sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we will have to put a raised floor in. Composites Cymru, let me know what you've got. That might help us on this, on that situation, mightn't it?
Yeah, definitely. No, it would. It'd be something like that. It'd be absolutely perfect. And no, it's good. We've enjoyed it so far. We've had a good session each. I think we're going to be out again next.
Yeah, so
it's your turn again.
I'll do another session, and then it'll probably be lunchtime then, won't it?
Yeah.
Cup of tea.
And a bacon roll.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. So so that was basically the morning session done. A little debrief of that, and we'll just keep going for the rest of the day. And we're missing Mike though.
I was going to say that's one person who should be stood sort of here, perhaps, or I don't know, under the car looking for his 10mm socket, perhaps.
Yeah, I think your 10mm socket is on turn 2 somewhere. Did hear something tinkle out at the bottom. But no, Mike is supporting us from all the way in Sweden with support like, is it on its roof yet? They're the kind of questions that we've been asked. Well, no, Michael, it isn't. So, but get your ass back. We need you in the car. And any of the other drivers that we might have drafted in, there's a few that have asked about a potential seat, hasn't there? So, we'll announce the drivers later on. We're going to probably do some more testing, hopefully a race. If we can get a race in, the problem is, there's only one race now before the 24-hour, and it's
a month today.
Yeah. So I mean, it's financially it's quite expensive. Time scales are quite tough. It'll be a lot of pressure for us to get that on. So we're going to either try and do that. We'll see what the end of today looks like. We'll either try and make it to that, or we're going to try and get at least a couple more track days in, maybe a bit more intense track days with the whole team. Practice some pit stops, practice some driver changes. We're not going to do any of that today, really. So we need to do that really at some point. Fueling, we need to have a look at doing that. We need someone who's done it before, really, to kind of piggyback off.
We have a couple of people in mind, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
We need to get them pinned down, shall we say, and hopefully we can kind of make it all work in time. Yeah, some more running in time, and get everything done in time for racing.
Right, let's get the next session underway, and we'll catch you in a bit.
Well, that is the most fun I've had in a motor car for quite some time, to be honest. Seriously, you might think that sub 100 horsepower on a wet track, you'd be miles away, but actually, a lot of this stuff out here today, through the corners and stuff.
Oh, I think we've held our own on the corners. It's on the straights, you can't do anything about it. But
yeah,
all in all, it's quite good, isn't it?
All in all, pretty good. I think good to do today because we've had a mixture of slower cars, faster cars, traffic coming up behind you, approaching traffic at speed. Obviously, we're not going to have quite the same speed differential in a C1 race, but it's been good to just work with that. Something I know we wanted to tick off as well, isn't it? Working through traffic. So the car behaved really well. We've scrubbed the tyres in, so they're actually really good. We can use them already in some racing.
Quality tyre.
Yeah, and I think the C1s behave really well, considering we've built this car in basically sort of 4 days combined.
I think 4 full days has got it to there.
Yeah.
There's still a few bits to do, isn't there? But 4 full days have built that, and it's been on track, and it's been all right. So can't argue with that, can we?
Yeah, no, it's been good. So thanks for watching. Next time you see us, we'll probably be refactoring with this car at some point before, hopefully another outing before too long. But in the meantime, keep liking, subscribing to the channel, and thanks for watching.